Hello. Thank you for taking the time out of your very busy schedules to join me today. I hope that there is something within here that is a benefit to you or to somebody that you know. Please like, subscribe, and share. So, we're going to start with a little bit of humor, then get on to a little bit more of a serious topic. But we'll start with this. It was a tweet, and well, tweet reminds me of Twitter, and Twitter, if you're from the 80s, goes with twits. Well, anyways, this is from the POTUS, which is the President of the United States. This is his Twitter. He says, "We are ending 2021 with what one analyst describes as the strongest first year economics in 50 years." That's probably Biden. Hunter. The POTUS ends his tweet with, "Let's go, Brandon. Sorry. Let's keep the progress going." One analyst, like I said, one person is what, telling the president that this is the strongest in 50 years? If that's the case, it could have been so much stronger if it wasn't for the vaccine. Anyways, this will go a lot easier on minds. And have you all heard? Here's another joke, and I thought it was hilarious. Hillary Clinton's running because, well, she claims it's her term. Um, yeah, those were pretty funny. So it's taken me a little bit to put out a video. Had some things going on here. Kind of look with this being the new year, and I like the lights, and I found this picture. I wish I knew the photographer to give it credit to it, but it also reminds me of this during Christmas time. There was these paper hard, like almost cardboard, printed Christmas houses that I used to be able to put together. Did it one year. Like card stock, almost cards that you get. Anyways, and but this is a picture, I believe, of a town somewhere in Europe. With the time of year that this is being filmed, I thought it would be very good. So I wanted to take a look at New Year's resolutions. I mean, most people do them and they don't follow through with them. This is also another reason, to some degree, why owning your own business and working for yourself just is not for some people. They just don't want the responsibility that comes with it, or the accountability of sticking to your goals. Because that's all a New Year's resolution really is it's you setting your goals and um, how far in the future you plan to go to achieve those goals. Um, Kind of as I've discussed previously, and being able to set goals, and that's all a resolution is. And the only difference between the successful goal setters and keepers and just people who make New Year's resolution is if they don't make their goal, or they don't even try after 3 days. So they're not serious about it. They're not committed to it. And once again, when you also are looking to start your own business, you really do want to be committed to the idea of it, because it's gonna take a lot of hard work. Um, so you have to be committed to those goals that you set. Um, and the one of the best processes to do it is on sort of a 3 month, 90-day basis. So you have 90-day tracking sheets, or 90-day, 90-day fresh starts. Um, but it's a good concept and a good principle to help you monitor your goals and stick with your goals, just like any good resolution. Because that's, again, all a New Year's resolution is setting goals for yourself, and in the hopes that you'll actually achieve them. Otherwise, why are you setting them? Because you're just setting yourself up for a disappointment, and that's a whole nother thing about getting into the more disappointments eventually leading to discouraging you from trying anything as well. One of my future videos I'm looking at doing here is a topic covered by Napoleon Hill about 100 years ago, but I believe it actually applies today quite a bit. And it's how a fear of poverty can discourage you and keep you from being able to be successful and achieve your goals. So I'm looking to have that one up here also very soon. Um, as far as that my goals for the new year is to continue to make videos and hope that they are of a benefit to those who are able to see them, or that the worst days of this year are better than the best days of last year. Ooh, that one sounds better. I might keep that one. So, thankfully, I still have my sense of humor and apparently my good health at the moment. Um, Though, once again, that's also questionable. Um, and again, one of the most important things to being successful as well, or just in life, is to think for yourself, to have that independent thought. Mark Twain uh, had said, if you find yourself thinking with the masses, it's time to stop and check your thinking and your morals. So I would highly recommend that for anybody, especially this coming year. Stop and check yourself, and are you running with the crowd, which is a human tendency, but in some cases it leads to some very bad things. There's some things that are going on right now that mirror certain things that went on in history. There was a particular man about 100 years ago, when he came to Austria and the occupation of Austria. He was actually elected into office. He didn't come rolling in with tanks and people in motorcycles and etc. just rolling in. He was actually elected in on the promise of bringing work, change, lowering the inflation, because what had happened is inflation was rising so much that the banks had to raise their rates on inflation because it had been artificially held down. Something that is currently going on today, where here in 2020, 2022, 2020 to 2021, 2022, the banks are artificially holding down interest rates by the Fed. They're at some point going to have to raise those interest rates, unfortunately. And when that happens, of course, in the 1930s, this particular government was able to start a national banking system to slow down and discourage inflation in Austria, thus creating a national wide bank. Something that is currently Mr. Biden's administration as their comptroller for the U.S. currency, who's trying and to get into office, who encourages the idea of a national bank and stopping all these banks. Because right now, while they're going with the cancel culture and keeping people from getting bank accounts, oh yeah, they can do this, but there are certain organizations even that can't use banks or have a bank account because what, a private business, so it becomes federalized. There's concerns here, worries people. A lot of red flags are going up right before our eyes. It's not a matter of just losing our democracy, but we're going to lose, well, there are some words: duty, honor, integrity, accountability. We need to put leaders in office in the local level who show these traits. But we'll go into that as well. So, thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy schedules. I want to say in the coming year, please take the time to think for yourself. Yes, build a mastermind group of people who you trust, um, and you get their opinions, but still think for yourself. Are you following the masses or are you thinking for yourself? So I hope there was something in this video that is a benefit to you or to somebody that you know. I'm trying to keep it on the short side, and I want to end this very much with God bless America.